Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and children. The Pro Bono Trial, what awaits you? A failed lawyer has spent years waiting, hoping for just one case to come her way. Not just any case, but one that will finally allow her to rise, to argue, to matter. She dreams of delivering a grandstand defense that will change everything. And then, one fine morning, luck strikes. She is assigned to defend a seemingly harmless, unassuming little man accused of murdering his wife. But there is a catch. He cheerfully admits his guilt. No remorse, no denial, just a very simple explanation. He could no longer endure his wife's constant joking and laughter. What follows is a deliciously absurd unraveling. Desperate to hold on to her one and only case, and perhaps even win it, the lawyer pushes her client to explore every possible defense. Inside the prison cell, the two attempt enactments of these defenses, each more ridiculous and ill-fated than the last. Logic bends, desperation grows, and hilarity ensues. The trial concludes. The verdict, a foregone conclusion. And yet, in a final twist of irony, when the lawyer pleads with her client to file an appeal, he refuses. Because he knows something that she doesn't. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where the real story lies. Please watch Pro Bono Trial for a surprise ending. A quick note on the experience. Our director has gone the extra mile to ensure that what you feel and experience tonight is as authentic as possible. While he did toy with the idea of placing a few of you in jail, he instead asked a phenomenal set design team to bring a part of that experience here to the Coonoor Club. Do take a moment to notice this dummy, this bedsheet that is being used in the play. This is not a prop. It's an actual dummy used in the Coonoor jail, handcrafted by the inmates themselves. And if you're curious to know how this was sourced, speak to Gloria and Pixie. They have quite the story to tell. On the sound, space, and immersion, our brilliant AV team, Aparna, who's not here today, and Sharmata, have blended recorded audio with live sounds to deepen your experience. So when you hear whispers backstage or the murmurs of women's voices, that is intentional. You're being transported to a crowded jail where silence is rare, privacy is a luxury, and lives of others spill into your own. Even as a barrister speaks to her client, the sound of inmates from the neighboring cells seep into their world. And now, with all that said, let me very quickly give a very special welcome to Anita's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Walter Devaram, who have come here to see their daughter ace the stage. And Nivash, who's the other actor, his entourage has come from Chennai and Namakkal as well. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back, lean in, and let the absurdity unfold. Enjoy the show. Wow.
Mr. Fowl? Very good. Excellent. Now be a good chap and leave us alone. And please close the door. These old places are so drafty. Mr. Fowl? Where are you, Mr. Fowl? Not escaped, I hope. Good heavens, man. Get down. I haven't hurt you, I hope. I was suddenly anxious. A man in your unfortunate position, your desperate measures, and I don't want to lose you. No, don't get up. It's difficult for you without your belt and braces. No laces, no stuff. I am so glad they're looking after you. It's just that when I saw you up by that window.
Riverdale Tea Estate.
What did you say?
I said you could see Riverdale Tea Estate.
No doubt you can, my dear man, but why would you want to?
It's the home stretch.
Very well.
I thought I could get a glimpse of the green between the chimneys and the shed, I thought I could catch a glimpse of the black and orange flycatcher, the bulbul, and the crimson-backed sunbird.
No, it's not wise for you to be looking out of that window forever. There's a sweeping wind, treacherous.
Treacherous?
Yes, you never know what a sweeping wind can do. Catch you by the throat, start a sneeze, a tickle in your chest. And I don't want anything to catch you before.
Before what?
Well, you just sit here in the warm while I introduce myself.
I am tired.
I'm Samantha.
Samantha?
Samantha, the barrister.
The barrister?
Quite so.
I am very sorry.
Why?
A barrister, that's very bad.
Why is it very bad?
A lady of your stamp goes wrong. A long fall.
Mr. Fowl, I don't know what you mean.
Different for an individual like me. I only owned a small seed shop.
A seed shop? My poor man, we mustn't let this unfortunate situation spoil our case. Now, we are going to remain very calm, very lucid, and come to important decisions. Now, Mr. Fowl, do me a favor, no more seed shop.
Bird seeds, of course. Lot of gentlemen down the way had birds, canaries and budgies. A lot of them were lonely. The budgies stopped. They had them for the talk.
Mr. Fowl, I'm a barrister.
Tragic.
I know the law.
It's trapped you.
I'm here to help you.
Oh, we will help each other.
Oh, I know now, Mr. Fowl, why you've been so bewildered. You think I'm in trouble too. But let me reassure you, I'm not in any kind of trouble. I'm free. I can walk out whenever I want.
You can?
The police are my friends.
Oh, they are.
Yes, and I've never felt better in my life. Has that now reassured you a bit? I'm not in any kind of trouble.
Family all well.
I'm not married.
Rent's paid up.
About 2 months pending. There's been a lull in the business. But this case is going to clear all that up.
Which case?
Your case?
Mine? Oh no, that's not important.
Not important.
I don't seem to care about it to any large extent.
Mr. Fowl, how could you say that?
The flavor's gone out of it.
But we're only at the beginning.
I can't believe it's concerning me.
But it is you, Mr. Fowl. You mustn't forget that. That's why we're here.
I don't seem to bother with it.
How can you be so busy?
Slopping in, slopping out, peering at the old forest. It fills the day.
You seem, if I may say so, to have adopted an unpleasantly selfish attitude.
Selfish?
Dog in the manger.
In the?
Unenthusiastic.
You're speaking quite frankly, I agree.
I'm sorry, Fowl, you made me say it, but there's so much of this around nowadays. So much free entertainment, free cricket shows, television channels with movies and soaps. There isn't the spirit abroad there used to be.
You feel that?
Whatever I've done, Fowl, I've been mustard keen on my work. I have never lost the vision. In all my disappointments, I have never lost the love of the job.
Oh, the position in life you've obtained too?
Years and years of study I had to put in. It didn't just drop in my lap.
I never studied.
Year in and year out, Fowl. The window in my college was alight until 2 a.m. There I sat among my books. I fed mainly on idli and upma.
Kastagav.
And black tea, no biscuits, no vada, no nothing. Just hard work.
Almost bookwork entirely? I only assume so.
Yes, you want to hear some Latin?
If only you have the time.
Actus non sit res, nisi mensit rea, filius nullius, in flagrante delicto. Understood that?
I am no scholar.
But I had to be. In fact, we all had to be back in the day, Fowl. Then we'd sit for our examinations. The smalls, the bigs, BA, LLB, fainting, students vomiting with fear, And you can go out under the pretext of getting a glass of water to look at a student's cuff or at some notes.
That would be unheard of.
In weeks and months of waiting, nerve-wracking. Go up to mums in the mountain, play chess, forget to have fun, and then comes that fatal postcard.
What's it say?
Satisfied the examiner.
At last.
But don't rejoice so soon. I thought I'd turned the corner, won the lottery, bumped on the head with the Bible, called some friends over for a light beer, and I told the only man in my life that in 5 years' time, perhaps...
You'd arrived!
Well, that's what I thought. Until when they put my name up on the court chambers. I sat down to wait for my first brief from a real case. I sat down to do the crossword. And while I waited, and found after 5 years, what was I doing?
A little charge of high treason.
I was still doing the crossword.
But better at it?
Not really. There come to be clues you don't understand later in life.
And all that training?
Wasted. Talents rust.
And the gentleman?
He joined the army. Took a stray shrapnel. I don't want to talk about it.
Tragic.
What was?
Tragic that my wife never did the patriotic thing. She never joined the nursing corps.
You mustn't talk about your wife like that, Fowl.
Let's not carry on about me.
But we must carry on about you. That's why I'm here.
You're here too?
Defend you.
Oh no, that cannot be done.
Why ever not?
Because I know who killed her.
Who?
Me.
Mr. Fowl, I have all the respect in the world for your opinions, but we must face this. You are a man of very limited education.
That's true.
And you think you killed your wife?
Seems to me.
Mr. Fowl, on matters of bird scene, I have no doubt that you are infallible. But on this vital point, do you think you might just be mistaken? No, don't reply.
Why not?
Before you drop the bomb of a reply, consider who will be hurt. Are the innocent to suffer?
I only want to be honest.
But you're a criminal, Fowl. You can be kind and helpful and human.
But what I did to her?
Oh, she's past, out of your life. You've set up new relationships. You've picked out me.
Picked out?
Selected?
I didn't even know.
That's the whole beauty of it, Mr. Fowl. You didn't know. You came to me under a system of chance invented, like the Kerala lottery. You, Mr. Fowl, are my first pro bono client.
Pro bono?
Client.
Could you explain?
Of course. Prisoners with no friends and no money exist. Luckily, you're one of them. They are allowed to choose any barrister sitting in the court to represent them. The barrister, however old, gets a brief, is remunerated on a minor scale, and that's when the big lawyers, the wealthy lawyers, the men with other interests creep out of court bent double when the pro bono lawyer is being chosen. Us regulars, we sit on. I've been a regular for years. It isn't etiquette, even if you want the job, to wave at the prisoner or whistle or try to catch his attention by hoisting a little flag.
I didn't even know.
But you can choose the most advantageous seat in the room, the seat any criminal will naturally point to. It's the seat under that big window. And my friend Seema Shastri has bagged it every day at 10. There she sits reading Ambedkar, writing to her innumerable aunts, and invariably, once a year at least, a criminal points her out. But today, something, perhaps a cold, maybe death, kept her indoors. And I got her seat. And you no doubt spotted me.
Spotted you?
Yes, my glass polished, my profile drawn and learned in front of that big window.
I never noticed.
But when they asked you to choose a lawyer,
I just closed my eyes and pointed in the direction, like how I'll pick horses in the Ooty race course. Never did me any good though.
so even you found and chose me.
Not altogether.
The laws are haphazard business.
It does seem chancy.
Years of training and to be picked up like a filly at the Ooty races.
Oh, don't take it badly, miss.
But of course, you've been fortunate.
Quite surprising. I was never the one to win the Christmas hamper or guess the weight of the Christmas cake. Sorry, I told you that.
Never mind, you heard me temporarily foul. Though I must confess it would have been better if you kept me in the dark. But now it's done. Let's get down to business. And foul.
Yes, ma'am.
Remember, you're dealing with a hard-working lady. A woman no longer young. Remember the hopes I pinned on you and try not to cause me any more pain.
Oh, I will, madam. Of course I will.
Now, let's get our minds in order.
Sort things out.
Yes, now, this wife of yours,
Doris.
Doris, a bitter, unsympathetic woman.
No, she was always cheerful, full of jokes.
Oh, Fowl, you be very careful.
I will, madam. Of course I will. But if you know Doris, she laughed harder than she worked. Thank God, she will say, for my own sense of fun.
What sort of jokes, Fowl, did this Dory enjoy?
Jokes of any kind. Pictures on the paper, jokes on the television, jokes on the crackers. She would keep them from Christmas to Christmas and let them drop in August.
And you couldn't share it?
Not entirely. I often miss the funny point.
And then you quarrel.
Don't look so miserable. It may never happen. She will say that every day when I came back. Where did you get that miserable expression from?
I can see it now. There's a sort of Sunday evening appearance to you.
I was quite happy. But it was always, whose funeral it is? Don't look so miserable. Let's play a tune in that wonderful face of yours. Glad that one of us could see the funny side. And then we will sit with tea to watch television so that she could pick up the phrases.
And you're not a television lover?
Not altogether. And she would always be doubled up across the table, laughing as if the lungs is full of water. Laugh! God damn it! What are you going to be so miserable about? And then she will go bubbling like a drowning woman.
Make meals difficult.
Indigestible. I wanted to laugh, but the jokes never tickled me.
They tickled her.
Anything did. Our names were misfortunate.
Your names?
Walking down the aisle, she said, now we are Fowl and Doris, cook and head would tree. Coming along, she said, I am Mrs. Fowl. You have to play fair with me. She laughed so hard, it was so difficult to straighten her up for the photograph.
What of puns, I gather you're trying to say?
All sorts of jokes. I had a little aviary in the bottom of my garden. I spent more time with my birds as she got funnier. But cherubs are small parrots. They had a small circle around their eyes, which gave them a sad, tired look.
You found them sympathetic?
Restful, until one of them spoke it.
Spoke? What words?
Don't look so miserable, it will never happen!
Bird said that?
Of course, she taught them that when I was out at work. It was not meant to irritate me.
It was wrong of her to leave your birds on like that.
But it was not her who brought them to me. It was Anthony the lodger.
Another man?
At long last.
I can see it now. A crime of passion. An unfaithful wife. In flagrante. You don't understand that. We'll reduce it to manslaughter right away. A wronged husband, and there's never a dry eye in the jury box. You came in and caught them?
Always laughing together.
Maddening.
knew more jokes than she did.
Stealing her before your very eyes.
I expected that. He who said to be the screamer of the unit, he was an ex-army. In fact, I got him for a specialty. I went to the departmental store. In the chitty I wrote, humorous type of lodger wanted.
But wasn't that risky?
Slightly, perhaps, but things were all right. 2 days after he came in, she dropped a bag of flour on him. He started sewing up the leg of her pajamas. They had to hold on to each other so that they don't fall off laughing. Dude, look at old Misery standing there. He can't say anything subtle.
Galling, Phil. Terribly galling.
I was okay. I spent more time with my birds. I came home late and I ensured I crunched the gravel at the front door. I went to bed early, leaving them with the Big Boss program. Sunday mornings, I fed the birds and I would want her to have tea in her bed. Laughter, she would read from the horoscope of the newspaper, would lead to love even for those who were born to the sign of Virgin.
You trusted them and they deceived you.
They deceived me all right and I trusted them. But when I saw her on a knee, watching the cartoons with one bag of chips.
Mr. Fowl, I'm not quite getting the drift of your evidence. My hope is your thoughts may not be a little too involved for our literal-minded judge.
When I saw her on a knee, I thought I will have peace at home at last. But the TV, dead silent. End of all the happy laughter. I could only hear the tweets from the end of the garden and my own foot squeak on the linoleum.
And you wanted?
I heard them whisper. My hopes raised high. I came back in the evening and he was gone.
She'd
sent him away. She said, I may like my laughter, but I'm very decent. There is safety in marriage. So I'm stuck with you for your face. Let's play an old tune on that. Saying that, she sent him away. My last hope.
So you...
I know I did the wrong.
You could have just left.
Who would feed the birds? That thought was uppermost.
So it's not a crime of passion.
Not if you put it like that.
Mr. Fowl, I've worked and waited for you. Now you're the only case I've got and the most difficult one.
Oh, I'm sorry, madam.
A man could crack his skull against a case like this and not come up with a solution. Can you see how 12 honest hearts will snap like steel when they find out you killed your wife because she wouldn't leave you?
If she would have left, there is no need.
I need a brilliant stroke to save you now. An unexpected move. Something pulled out of a hat. Something exciting. I've got it. The surprise witness.
Witness?
Think of it. Picture the scene, Fowl. The courtroom silent. The jury about to sink you. The prosecution flushed with victory. And then I rise. My voice, a hoarse whisper, tired out by this long trial. And I say, my lord, if your lordship permits.
What are you saying?
Fowl, do you expect me to do this off the cuff without a rehearsal?
No.
Well, grab that stool and take that towel and put it over your head to simulate the dirty black cat. Already you appear anonymous and fairly alarming. Now forget your personality, Fowl. You are Major Retired Martin Jones, living with his unmarried sister in a drafty old house on Appleby Road. Digestion, bad. Your politics, an independent, moral conservator. And favorite author, doesn't read. diversions, golf at the WTC on Saturdays, looking with longing at the student officers whose drives fly like jets on the fairway. Very fond of court-martial, any kind of punishment, and lives with this big dog, a small man that he is, terrified of that dog he lives with, he lives with to just give him that air of a country gentleman. He was served with distinction in the 1971 war, sentencing soldiers to long years of imprisonment.
I am?
Him.
Sounds strange.
Now, my lord, I ask your lordship's leave to call the surprise witness.
Certainly.
Foul.
Certainly.
For heaven's sake, foul, this is like practicing a bullfight with a kitten. Here is an irregular application by the defense, which could turn the trial in favor of the prisoner and might spoil your evening game of soccer on television. Your breakfast is like leg weight on your chest. Your sister, lunging for sport, tore the cloth. The dog licked your ankle on the way down the stairs. No, blind yourself with rage and terrible justice.
No, you cannot call the surprise witness.
That's better. Oh, my lord, if your lordship would listen to me.
No, you've had your chances. Let's get on with it.
My lord, justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done. No one knows as yet what my secret witness might say. He might say the prisoner is guilty in his black heart, as your lordship thinks. But members of the jury, have we trapped an innocent? If so, shall we close that one door that is available for him to walk through to freedom? The public outcry would never die down.
Here!
What was that?
The public outcry, man.
Excellent! Now tell back over the judge.
Silence! I'll have all those noisy people thrown out. You may call the witness, but keep it short.
Wonderful! Now, deathly silence as the witness walks through the crowded courtroom. Let's see the surprise witness. Take off the towel.
I swear to tell the truth.
Ha! You've got a real taste for the law. It's a pity you came into it so late in life.
The whole truth?
Now, what's your name?
Foul?
No, you're the witness.
Retired Martin Jones.
Excellent. Now, do you know Foul?
All my life?
And always found him to be respectable?
A simple man, clean living.
Where was he when this crime took place?
He was with me at my house and we were trying to play.
Just a minute. My lord, will you sharpen your pencil and make a note of this?
You dare ask him that?
Fearlessness, Foul. The first essential of an advocate. Is your lordship's pencil poised?
Yes, get on with it.
Yes. Now, where was he?
He was in my house. We were playing rummy all day long. When I went to pick him up, we left the Doris all well and happy. When we went to drop him, she was removed to the Lolly hospital.
Panic stirs the prosecution benches. The prosecutor tries a few fumbling questions, but you stand your ground, don't you?
Certainly.
My lord, I demand the prisoner be released.
I don't know what this fuss is all about. Release the prisoners at once and please reduce all the police officers on duty to the rank of home guards.
Foul, aren't you going to thank me?
I don't know what to say.
Words don't come easy to you, do they?
Very hard.
You could just stand there and stammer in a touching way.
But...
Foul, you're a good, simple person, but there's no need to put all these kind of distractions in my thing. We just have to make certain of this fellow Jones.
I only want to say.
Well, what?
There is no Jones.
Carried off in a cold spell? Well, we can get his statement in under the Evidence Act.
He's never lived. We made him up.
Foul. It's a remarkable thing. But for someone with no legal training, you seem to have put your finger on a major flaw in our defense.
I'm afraid it might be so.
Now,
We must just give in.
give in? We do not give in. Not when my life depends upon it.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Then we must try.
Yes. Brain, go to work. Come on. Now, good. It'll come to me. In an illuminating flash. Hard brain work. This is how I go at the crosswords. I do not give up. I have it. Anthony.
The lodger?
Anthony the lodger. Do you see a flash?
Oh, I see you much happier.
I never liked the man. And I am much happier. And when I begin my ruthless cross-examination...
Do you want to try?
Yes! We seem to be mucking along splendidly with this. Right. And now, Anthony,
Yes, madam.
you became on very friendly terms with the prisoner's wife.
One or two good old laughs together.
And was the association entirely innocent?
The jokes that wouldn't offend anybody, the jokes that are on the Christmas card, that wouldn't even share a postcard.
And to tell these innocent jokes, did you have to sit very near Miss Doris?
How do you mean?
Did you have to put her atop your knee?
I don't understand.
Did she have to perch on your knee, Anthony?
Ha!
What is that?
The shocked breathing of the juryman.
Having its effect, eh? Now, Anthony, will you kindly answer my question?
She may have been on my knee once or twice.
And I am succeeding, I think, in trapping you.
You're trying to trap me and
And you loved her guiltily?
where is all this leading to?
Your Lordship asks me. Your Lordship, it is our case that it was this man, Anthony, enraged by the refusal of the prisoner's wife to go with him, who struck. You see where we've got to?
I do.
Masterly, I think so?
Of course.
No flaws in this one?
Not really a flaw, madam, but a little hitch.
A hitch? Well, go on, break it down.
No, madam, not after you've been so kind to me.
Never mind. I have withstood all my life against the winds of criticism. My gown might be a little tattered, my cuffs frayed. There's a hole in my sock which lets the draft in, and on my way to court sometimes, my left shoe lets in little water. I'm used to hardships, Foul. Carry on.
Immediately after he left my home, he was stopped by the police. He had lifted an alarm clock of me and a little remains of the bottle of the whiskey. He was booked immediately.
You mean there wasn't time?
Hardly. 2 hours after he left, the neighbors saw Doris in the garden, and then I came home.
Foul?
Yes, ma'am.
So, do you want to help me?
Of course, haven't I shown it?
But you will go on putting all these difficulties in front of me?
I know you would be upset.
Not really. After all, I am a grown-up. Even an old woman. At my age, one expects very little gratitude. There's a cat I feed every day at my lodgings. The waitress gets a 1 rupee under my plate every day. In 10 years or 20 years, will they remember me? No, Foul. I'm not bitter, but a little encouragement.
You will visit, madam, a brilliant mind like yours.
Thank you, it is brilliant.
And all that hard training.
Yes, years of it. Hard training.
You will solve it, madam.
Foul. Do you know what Seema Shastri's told me? After all, she's been sitting there year in and year out, waiting for the pro bono herself. She said, Samantha, old girl, when you get a brief, attack the medicine. The jury is full of people with rheumatism, arthritis, gastric troubles. They love to see a medical man put through it. Always attack the doctor.
You want to try?
Oh, yes, excellent.
I would love it.
Doctor, now, did you say that the lady Doris had died of a heart attack?
No.
Come, doctor, don't fence with me. Her heart wasn't normal when you examined her, was it?
She was dead.
So it had stopped.
Yes.
Then her heart had failed.
No.
So she died of heart failure.
Well.
And heart failure brought on by a fit. Say a fit of laughter from a curiously funny joke on television.
Whew.
Thank you, Fowl. You're very kind, but no. I thought that was a little hollow.
Of course, quite clever.
Yes, too clever. We're not going to win this one on science. Science must be thrown out. As I asked those questions, Fowl, even I knew I wasn't even convincing you of your own, you know what. But, Fowl, you respond to emotion just as I do. The magic of oratory, the wonderful power of words.
Now you're talking.
I'm going to talk.
Wish I could hear some of them. Words as grand as print.
A golden tongue. A voice like a lyre to charm you out of hell.
Now you seem to wander away from all that I understand.
I was drawing on the riches of my classical education, which comforts me on buses, waiting in my chambers for my first case. But when I speak to the jury, I shall speak simply, without classical illusions. I shall say...
Yes?
I shall say...
Yes?
I had it on the tip of my tongue.
Oh.
I shan't disappoint you, Fowl. I shall talk for a day, maybe 2 days. And at the end of it, I shall say...
Yes, just the closing words.
The closing words.
To clinch the argument.
The irrefutable argument.
I wish I could only hear some of them.
You will, Fowl. You shall hear it. It will come out in court. And when I sink back in my seat, wiping real tears from my glasses,
The judge is summing up.
struggling with emotion as well.
Members of the jury, I do not have any other words to add to that of the barrister. Can you go out and consider your verdict?
Have they left the box?
It's only a formality.
I see. I wonder how long they'll be out. They're out very long, Fowl.
I see you cannot wait.
No.
Patience.
Shall we? I just hope they don't disagree.
I don't see how they can.
Fowl, shall we just take a peek in the jury room?
I wish we could do that.
Okay, now your performance.
I see we are all agreed, chaps.
Yes, the barrister saved him.
Oh, that masterly speech. I had a little bit of a doubt before I heard that speech.
No doubt now, have you?
Certainly not.
Now, you don't think that poor man is in any doubt, do you?
I don't think so. He should know that he should get free after that speech, I mean.
I mean, I would like him to be on pins.
Should we go out and reassure him?
Yes, let's. Gentlemen of the jury, have you reached your verdict?
Yes, we have.
And do you find the prisoner guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty, my lord.
Hooray!
If there is any man trafficking around, I will court closed.
I'm surrounded. Mob. Seema Shastri wrings my hand and says it was a good thing she left her seat. The judge writes me a letter of congratulations. The journalists rush off to their little telephones. So you will be made judge, but you'll be too busy. My old clerk writes 50,000 for a divorce on my next brief. There's the question of new clothes, laying out the boat. Oh, Mr. Fowl, the change you brought in my life.
It will be your greatest day.
It is my greatest day. What was that? I said we weren't to be disturbed. Now will you be a good man and close the door? It's very drafty in here.
I think it's time for the trial and they are calling us. Shall we go?
Foul. He's not here at the moment. He's not. Oh, I'm so glad. Just out temporarily. With the warden. Then I'll wait for him. Poor soul, how is he taking it? You're not allowed to answer questions. Regulations, I suppose. Well, you must obey the regulations. Well, I'll just go in and sit down there and wait for Mr. Fowl. I might have said, members of the jury, my lord. Or I might have said, my lord, members of the jury. May it please you, my lord, members of the jury, is there one of you here who doesn't crave for peace? Crave for peace, the silence of an undisturbed life without an existence of relationship dependence, without jokes. Have you ever been tempted, members of the jury? If your lordship would not interrupt me while I'm talking. Members of the jury, before I was so rudely interrupted, I might have said, look at the prisoner. Is he not the mildest of men? He merely took it upon himself to regulate his domestic affairs. Our homes are our castles. Do any of you feel a primitive urge, members of the jury, to be revenged against this gentle bird fancier? Members of the jury, I can see you're overcome with emotion, but we must weigh and consider the weight of the evidence. I might have said that. I might have said something.
I was glad that you would find time to drop in, madam. You seem upset.
No, Fowl, not upset.
The results of the trials upset you.
Not really, a little out of sorts perhaps.
It must be disappointing.
Well, a touch of disappointment, but there will be other cases. Maybe other cases.
But you had a lot of hopes pinned on this particular one.
That's where you're right, of course.
And it is not too bad to have high hopes on something.
Well, there it is, Fowl.
You know, year after year, I used to look forward to the feathered fancier's annual due. It invariably took the form of a dinner.
Your yearly treat?
Yes, the only thing that I had in the entertainment line. You know, I had such high hopes on it. On 13th of June every year, I would say, there's an evening to look forward to.
Something to live for?
Yes, but you know when it actually came to the day, it never lived up to it. Something was wrong. The clothes were too tight, the food was inadequate, somebody said something nasty at the fancier at the chair. On 14th of June, I would say to myself, thank God for a night at home.
So it came and went and your life didn't change?
No, quite frankly.
And this case has left me just as I was before.
Don't say that, madam. Don't say that.
Seema Shastri is back in her old seat by the window. The judge never congratulated me. My old clerk, I thought, looked coldly at me. And there was a titter in the lunchroom when I went to order my idli and sambar.
But you know what happened today? I wanted to...
And you're not left in a very enviable position either, Paul.
Not too bad for me, madam. I had no education.
So many years before I could master the Roman law pertaining to the ownership of chariots.
Wasted, you think?
I feel so.
But without that rich background, no individual would have been able to sway the court like you did.
Sway?
The court?
I did that?
Seems to me.
Indeed.
I turned out masterly.
Mr. Fowler, I think you're trying to be kind. When I was a child, I used to play French cricket with an old uncle of mine who always allowed the ball to hit his legs. At the age of 7, it irked me. Now at 57, I have learned to handle accurate batting.
No, madam, but I mean it. I am very, very true when I say I owe it all to you where I am.
Very near the end, Fowl.
Just commencing.
I lost, Fowl. It may not have been hammered home to you yet, but your case is lost.
But there are ways and ways of losing.
There is that, of course.
I noticed that artfulness right at the beginning. When the policeman gave that evidence, you pulled that red handkerchief slowly and deliberately like a conjuring trick.
And it blew.
A sad, terrible trumpet.
Unnerved him, I thought.
Of course, he didn't have any call to ask questions after that.
And then they called that doctor.
You were right not to bother with him.
Tactics, Fowl. I told you science must be thrown away.
Oh, yes, it did. And with Anthony.
No, Fowl, I must beware of your flattery. I might have asked Anthony.
It wouldn't have made a farthing difference. One glance at him told that he was a demon.
Yes, he was there standing big and swarthy in his dirty shirt and jacket. I got up to question him. And suddenly, I felt there was no need for us to converse. I thought of what he told me, his jokes, his familiarity with your wife. And I just turned away in disgust. I think the jury guessed my reason for not even questioning Anthony.
I think so too.
But when it came to the speech...
Oh, the best stroke of all.
You no longer carry me with you, Fowl.
Said from the heart.
Maybe, but not justified. We can't pretend, Mr. Fowl, that the speech was a success.
But it won the day.
I beg you not to be under any illusions. They found you guilty.
Oh, yes, I almost forgot. But that masterly speech.
I can't be hoodwinked.
But you don't know what happened today. I would want to tell you.
I stood up, Fowl, and it was the moment I waited for. Moment ambition had driven me to. I got up. Everyone turned to look at me. 12 blank faces in the jury, waiting for the grumpy looks to be wiped off their faces. The judge was silent. The prosecutor pretended courteously to be asleep. I only had to open my mouth and pour words out. What stopped me?
What?
Fear. That is what's being suggested. My clerks have told the waitresses in the luncheon room wasn't fear, nor did I go blank. It was when I rose, I knew exactly what I wanted to say.
Then why?
Not say it, you
It
ask?
struck me. You did.
It must have struck a lot of people foul. You'll forgive a reminiscence.
Glad of one.
You remember the gentleman I told you about yesterday?
He who in the 1971.
Yes, but I lost him long before that. This gentleman and I met very often at tea parties, at choirs, and so on. One evening, we walked home together. We reached the Tiger Hill Cemetery, and it was a warm summer's night. Silence fell. This was the moment when I should have spoken. The obvious moment. But then something overcame me. It wasn't fear. It wasn't shyness. But a terrible exhaustion. I was tired out by the long wait. And all I wanted to do and all I could think of was sleep.
It's a relief.
To go home alone, to clean your teeth, change your clothes, get into your pajamas, not bother with failure, all success.
So yesterday,
I had lived through this all my life. It happened every day. Daydreaming on the bus, in the dentist's surgery. When it came foul, I was tired of it. Exhaustion came over me. I wanted it all to be over. I was tired of it. I wanted to be in the darkness with a soft pillow pulled over my ears. And so, I failed.
don't say that, madam.
Being too tired to make my daydreams come true. It's a lovely day.
No, madam, not too near the window.
Why not, Farm?
A lady of your position, desperate measures.
You said you can see a tea factory from here.
Just a little bit.
I think I shall retire from the bar.
No, madam, not after all that rigorous training.
I shall retire.
No, madam. Come, sit here, please. Let's take this very calm, very lucid. There will be other days, other cases, like how you put it in your own statement.
Other cases, other days. Seema Shastri is back in her old plate seat. The pro bono won't come around again.
There will be something.
What can there be? Unless
What?
there could be another brief.
What? How?
If I told you to appeal.
Now that is fortunate.
There's a different atmosphere up there in the appeals court. So it's far from the rough and tumble, swear on the book, lie away out of it. It's quiet up there, pure law. And I believe I'm cut out for the court of appeal.
But you know,
A big court on a summer's afternoon. Piles of books, and when you put one down, the dust rises from the leather and makes the usher sneeze. Clock ticks. 3 old judges in black gowns take snuff with trembling fingers. And you will sit there foul and not understand a legal word. And I will give them all my law and get you off on a technicality.
but today I wanted to tell you what happened.
Now, I have my law journals here. Now, if I may remind your Lordship of Grayson against the Coonoor Court of Small Causes, reported in the Madras Journal of 1965 at a page of 1003, have your Lordships the report? Justice Swaminathan, Sessions Court Judge, says, At the foot of the page, the guilty intention is a deep foundation stone in the wall of our jurisprudence. So if it be that Grayson did shoot the bailiff with his pistol, taking him for a stray dog or cat, it seems there would be well raised the plea of autrefois mistake. But contra, if he thought him to be his neighbor's cat, then, as my brother Govindarajan has well said in the Jacob and Prabhu case, there might fall out a constructive larceny and fellow in rem. Oh, Mr. Fowl, I've solved the finest cases by heart here.
I'm afraid you're going all over me.
Of course I am. These cases always bore the prisoner until they are upheld or overruled and the prisoner comes out dead or alive.
Oh, but I like listening to you, though, reading them.
You will, Fowl. You will in the appeals court. After a glass of water, a dry cough, and my humble submission.
What would that be?
That the judge misdirected himself. He forgot the rule in Parker's case. He confused his mensana. He displaced the burden of proof. He played fast and loose with all reasonable doubt. He kicked the presumption of innocence like a football.
Strong words.
I shan't let Ravi Kumar off.
The judge.
Thoroughly unscholarly. Not a word of Latin in his summing up.
Not up to you, of course.
Yes, thank God I kept my books foul. You know, there were times when I was harried for rent. I thought of asking my old clerk to barter off my journals and a whole lot of other law books. But I kept them. I kept all my law journals published in the country. And I shall open them up and I shall say...
No good at all.
What's no good?
It is no good appealing.
No good?
No good at all.
Fowl, I have worked hard for you.
True words.
And I mean to go on working.
Oh, it's a great comfort.
You know, my first solicitude for your well-being, I must say, had a selfish intent. You were my first case and I didn't want to lose you.
Natural feelings, but still...
You may not admit it, but you know, you may not be with us for very long.
That is what I am trying to say.
And now, after I worked 20 years and got the law at my fingertips, I hear you mutter no appeal.
No appeal.
Foul.
Madam, you asked me to spare you more pain yesterday. This is going to be very hard.
What?
You see, like you said, we have worked together and I witnessed the taking over of your legal mind. Any afternoon, if you call me, I would like to repay the compliment by showing you my birds.
Not in this world, Foul, unless we appeal.
You know, madam, today I went to see the warden.
He sent for you?
It would sound like I'm boasting, but he called for me.
You went in fear?
Trembling. But he was a gentlemanly sort of individual. Ex-army. He said, well, Fowl, sit and do while I finish this letter. So I sat there, looking through the warden's window and the view.
Do get to the point, Fowl.
I will. Where was I?
As usual, admiring the view.
Oh, panoramic it was. While I was admiring, the warden looked up after finishing the letter, lit up one of those Charminar type of cigarettes.
Fowl, if this anecdote has any point, make it, my good man.
I will. Lighting up the Charminar type of cigarettes, he said, well, Fowl.
Fowl, it's not necessary to repeat every word he said. Give us the meat. Give us the gist. Forget the trimmings.
Trimmings there weren't. He put it quite bluntly.
But
He said, the Home Office telephoned about me in the morning. Isn't that the government department?
yes, go on.
In his words, he said, this happens from time to time, only on business, of course, on that lower. The drill is, by the way, he was very shocked as I was. But the drill is, as he phrased it, a reprieve. Yes, it is all over. I am free. He said the trial was no good at all.
No good?
Yeah, you don't get to know.
I need to know. Nothing passes in the law without a reason.
You are too busy to wait.
Foul, tell me. My legal career might depend on this.
Samantha, you asked me not to scatter information like bombs.
But he said,
He may not have been serious. He had a little twinkle in his eyes.
foul.
You want to know?
Yes, foul.
He said the barrister they chose for me was no good. No good at all. She didn't say a word in my defense. My case never got to the jury. He said the business was ever so null and void. But he also asked me to be careful in the future.
No.
Samantha, no, please get out. Please understand, if there was a smart lawyer who argued my case, I would have been dead as mutton. Your artfulness saved me.
Mine?
The artful way you handled it, the dumb tactics. I am alive.
Wow. Wow.
So are you. I am free.
To go back to your birds? Foul?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't suppose you will get married again?
Unlike you.
But you have the look of a criminal. You might commit some minor trivial crime shortly.
A man, Samantha, cannot live without committing a trivial offense almost every day.
Then you might need my services again.
Constantly.
We might meet.
Constantly.
The future doesn't look so bleak now.
The sun shining.
Can we go?
I think the door's open for quite some time. After you, Samantha.
No.
A lady of your education should go first.
Found you lead the way, and as your legal counsel, I shall follow at a discreet distance to clean up any little legal messes you might leave in your wake.
Good evening, all. Fabulous audience. I hope I am audible.
Yes.
So, this is not the end of the play. It's not yet over. There's a little twist even now left. You see, Fowl never killed his wife. She was standing behind the stage, behind the curtain, prompting him all this time. So let me please introduce and then my stellar cast, Anita. Nivash. The two ladies who did all this wonderful set and managed to get this original dari from the Coonoor prison. Chandana. They stole it from the prison actually. Yes. That is the true story. They will tell you when you ask them. And then, of course, my tech support, Anita here. And Deepika, who introduced it to all of you. members from the club. Titus. Titus is the backbone of this club. And where is Rajat? So this is the group that put this Suraj. He's our camera support. Suraj is here, and anybody else I forgot, please.
Please give a round of applause to our wonderful director, Vijay.
Thank you so much.